Hey you guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Trey, and let's talk about X-Men 97 episode 4, because that was something, right? So, Montendo and Life Death Part 1. Yeah, this episode was pretty mediocre. While it was fun to give Jubilee some spotlight, and it's probably the best showing of Jubilee we've seen. And it was kind of cool to kind of see her like be in the position of like, hey, look, we gotta fight. We ain't got no choice. Let's do this. That's fine and all. And it was really great to do some little callbacks throughout Jubilee's memory. But I gotta be honest, the episode was just so lackluster. And another thing is one of those problems with the new generation shows is when there's like, after a major moment happened in the story, and it's just in general, I'm not just talking about just X-Men 97, I'm talking about in general, these new gen story writers or whatever, like if we left on like a cliffhanger with characters or whatever, and they have an emotional moments with each other, instead of us picking back up and following through that, we jump to a storyline that has really nothing to do with the emotional thing that we had from last episode. Like the fact that conveniently Cyclops and Jean Grey are gone in this episode, instead of picking back up with like, oh, we need to kind of figure out what's going on with the whole Jean Grey, Madeline Pryor, Cyclops thing, Nathan Summers, kind of Mr. Sinister nonsense. They're like, no, we're just gonna not talk about it. And hey, look, it's Jubilee's birthday. What should we do for her birthday? Magneto's like, we're gonna be training in the Danger Room. And of course they throw that little hint that Magneto made the coffee for everybody or whatever, when Gambit's trying to like flirt with Rogue and trying to make her a cup of coffee or whatever. So yeah, we see that Jubilee wants to hang out with everybody at the arcade. Magneto's like, hell no, because there are still liberators out there trying to kill mutants. So yay. So it was a no for that as well. And of course Jubilee is upset about that, and she and Roberto, Sunspot, they chill out in her room, and then the Montendo game kind of captures them, which, if you guys don't know, is for Mojo, the Mojo World, that fat piece of thing, that intergalactic producer who likes to like capture the X-Men and film them around the world so he can get like ratings or whatever, because he was really skinny, and he needed Jubilee so he can get the energy that he needs from people or whatever. So if you guys know, it's another callback or whatever, and it was kind of great because it was a callback on the classic beat 'em up arcade X-Men game back in the day. I think it was called Children of the Atom, I believe. It's been a while since I played that game, but that was really something. That was really something right there as well to see. You know what I mean? So that was something. But again, the episode was just so lackluster. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the little callback to the arcade games, because I know Jubilee loves arcades. But I don't know, I just was not that invested into the episode. And then once Jubilee and Roberto finished their journey, which, none of the X-Men came and even checked on her ass. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we're not even going to talk about it. They just kind of like, And then it looks like now Roberto and Jubilee are like dating now, because they ended up having a kiss in her bedroom. Remember, she's in her bedroom. She just turned 18. But we got to really talk about Roberto's issues with the whole, I don't want people to know about my powers because, what I got to think about my family or whatever. I mean, aren't you missing? Like, I think your parents will be worried about you being missing more so than you're a mutant or whatever. I mean, unless, they don't like mutants or whatever, because he talks about how his abuela, saying that there are good mutants, while he was saying that it's not. So there's like self-loathing or whatever. But he finally stood up towards the end of that episode to save Jubilee. And it was really cool to kind of see like an older Jubilee. The older Jubilee was like a beta tester glitch that was hacking the game. And then you can see like all the advancements that you can do with Jubilee's powers, which they haven't even done that shit in the comic books. So I was impressed with that part. But other than that, the episode was just so lackluster. Then, like I said, then we get to Life and Death Part 1, which is a Storm and Forge episode. So you give me half filler and then half of a storyline with the whole Storm and Forge thing. And then again, it's the same problem with episode 3. Y'all are rushing through the storyline. Now all of a sudden, you're rushing through the storyline of Forge and Storm developing romantic feelings for each other, and, you know, Forge revealing that he was the one who created weapons that, you know, did what it did to Storm. He's already in love with her, and I'm just like, when did this shit happen? Which, I mean, you can tell that the episode takes place a couple of weeks afterwards, but still, you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of like, eh. And another thing, can we get rid of the lips for the men? Because I'd rather y'all just draw straight lines on the men. Especially if you're not going to add the shadow details that they used to have on their lips, because it looks like the men are wearing fucking lipstick more so than the damn women. The women got full lips, and then the men got a line and then outlines of like what their lip color should be, but it looks like fucking lipstick on their mouths. Let's cut that shit out. Let's just go. Every time I look at Magneto, Roberto, certain characters, you can just see that shit. You just like, it looks weird. It looks weird. And of course, Forge is like helping Storm, you know, understand there's more than one way to feel her powers. So they go horseback riding and letting her enjoy the nature. And then he's like, here, I created a machine. He's like, I'm kind of like a genius. He's like, my mutant powers let me build things or whatever, for what I can see in my mind. But he was like, back in the day, you know, when I was in war and things happen, you know, the government tasked me to help them build things. And he was like, I was in a dark place. And Storm was like, I can't believe you would build something like that would hurt, you know, the mutant population. And he was like, you just don't understand. I only created prototypes, but I never really created it to be used like that. So Storm runs away, and then next thing she knows, she's like back in Forge house, and Forge come in. He was like, what's going on? And then Storm was like, I don't even understand how I got here. And then some demon came out of there. I forgot what the hell they called the damn demon. See, that's what I'm saying. I am so sorry. I completely forgot what the demon was called. What the demon name was. Damn, what the fuck? How you gonna cut me off? You already see there's a fucking car accident right in front, and your ass gonna goddamn cut in front of me, you dumb bitch. Come on, move. Damn. The hell you doing? Your old ass should never got in front. Then here comes the dumb ass truck. Why the hell was you driving up on this damn truck? Jesus Christ. Gosh. You doing dumb shit. Fucking dumb. What the fuck damn truck driving up on the damn car for? Jeez. Then this bitch cutting me off. Old ass. Anyway, like I was saying, I forgot what the hell they said the damn demon name was, but he said, I live on despair and pain or whatever. And at first I thought it was the Shadow King, but apparently it's not the Shadow King. It's something else. I completely forgot the damn name of the character. Like, I'm drawing a blank on the character right now, and I do not feel like going back and trying to look up what the damn character's name is right now. So you guys know what demon I'm talking about, because if you've seen the episode, you've seen the episode. But what I'm saying is that's how it ended, where Storm was caught up by the demon, and then that's just how the episode goes off. And I'm just like, what was this? You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. Like, again, back in the day when we was growing up, these episodes would be like 2-parters. You know what I'm saying? And they would feel a little bit more focused. So I feel like if you were going to do this whole thing with Jubilee, it should have been Jubilee story with whatever other X-Men character and then call it a day. And then the next episode you pick up with the whole Life and Death Part 1 thing with Storm and Forge. You do that storyline as a two-parter for them, but you do that as its own episode. You don't just shoehorn it at the last minute, and that's what it felt like. It felt like it was just shoehorned, and that's and again, that was my biggest issue with episode 3 of X-Men 97, is that you have these storylines from the 90s, these storylines that I'm starting to recognize from the 80s and 90s, and you're like shoehorning them in. Like, I've never felt so rushed before, and I think that's the major problem with 97, is it feels like it's rushed. It feels like it's trying to get through all of the iconic storylines from the 80s and 90s, especially in the 90s storylines, just so it can get to something else. And I don't know what that something else is, but I suggest them to stop. I suggest them to slow the fuck down, because people want to see the 90s X-Men stories told. You know what I'm saying? Even the 80s storylines told. But don't rush it. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop rushing the shit. Because at that point, you should have just did a 22 episode season 1 order instead of 12 episodes? Because that's my major problem, is it's rushed. And I'm just going to be real talk with you. Rushed, and this episode was a little bit of filler with important storylines, but you shoehorned the important storyline at the last couple of minutes of the episode. That's crazy as hell. That is crazy as hell, but that's just my personal opinion on that situation. You guys let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Did you guys watch X-Men 97, episode 4, Nintendo Life Death Part 1? If you did, let me know what you think in the comment section below, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace out.